Hey y'all, so today I'm going to be doing my BookTube-A-Thon TBR, and y'all have no idea how excited I am to do this and how excited I was for Ariel to announce the challenges, because I was sitting on the BookTube-A-Thon Twitter, on the BookTube-A-Thon channel on YouTube, just constantly refreshing, waiting for the challenges. I actually squealed when the challenges were posted. I'm so excited. The challenges are really cool this year, and I can't wait to show you the books that I will be reading to accomplish those challenges. And as a side note, yes, I broke my book buying ban. No, I don't care. And no, except for one book, I didn't do it specifically because of the BookTube-A-Thon. So moving on. So the first challenge is to read a book with blue on the cover, and for this one I have chosen The Night We Said Yes by Lauren Gibaldi. I received this in the July Owl Crate box, and for some reason I've really been in the mood for a contemporary lately, so I just decided to go ahead and read it for the BookTube-A-Thon. It's super tiny, so it'll be really easy to fly through, and there's blue on the cover. There's not a ton, but it counts. So challenge number 2 is to read a book by an author who shares the first letter of your last name. And coincidentally, one of the books that I broke my book buying ban with is Lexicon by Max Berry. I didn't do this on purpose, it just coincidentally happened that I bought this like 2 days before the challenges were posted. I have been really wanting to read this one, and it fits perfectly because my last name is Bright, and his last name also starts with a B, so yay. And there's also blue on the cover. This one fits many of the different categories, but I decided to use it for B because it was my only B book. Challenge number 3 is to read someone else's favorite book, and immediately upon hearing this challenge, I thought of one person and one book specifically, and I was like, do you know what, I have that book, I could do that, but it's kind of a big book for a readathon, so I'll ask for other people's suggestions. And the more suggestions I got, the more I just kept thinking about this book. And so I just decided to go for it and to read Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor, which is Kat from Katie Tastic's favorite book. And to top it all off, Kat's love for this book is the whole reason that I purchased it in the first place, because Kat is one of the first booktubers I watched. I really trust her reviews, and she goes on and on and on about this book. And so I just decided that even though it's like over 400 pages long and it's kind of long to read in one day, I just decided to go for it. I'm gonna attempt to read it, so hopefully I do manage to get through all of Daughter of Smoke and Bone throughout the BookTube-A-Thon. And I'm actually going to be flying home on the Saturday during the BookTube-A-Thon, so hopefully I can just use that entire day and read all of Daughter of Smoke and Bone. So challenge number 4 is the challenge where I broke my book buying ban specifically for the BookTube-A-Thon, and the challenge is to read the last book that you acquired. And at that point I had already purchased like 3 books, and so I had several to choose from, but there was one book that I knew I would really be excited to read over the BookTube-A-Thon, and so I just decided to buy it, and that is I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. Like I said, I've really been in a contemporary mood lately. This one has been really intriguing me. I've wanted to read it for quite a while. It has, you know, these lovely little awards on it. I know I'm gonna enjoy it. It's not a huge book, and I think that I'm going to fly through this and that it'll be a great readathon read. Challenge number 5 is to finish a book without letting go of it, and for this one I'm going to be using We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. Now this is a teeny tiny book. It's one of the books that I recently got off of Book Outlet, and I think that it's not going to be super hard to read this book without putting it down. Also, just as a side note, this was not like a scratch and dent copy at all, but it came to me with this huge tear in the back of it, and I mean, obviously I'm not going to do anything about returning it because I want to read it during the BookTube-A-Thon, but like the package wasn't damaged at all, just the book, so that means that they put it into the package damaged, and that just really bothers me. So yeah, good job, Book Outlet. I don't know what it is with me and like things just coming like slightly damaged, or in this case more than slightly damaged, but yeah. So yeah, I will be attempting to read this without putting it down, which is actually going to be a pretty big challenge for me because it's not like I'm incredibly easily distracted, but I do tend to read a little bit and then go do something else, and then read a little bit and then go do something else, and to just sit down and read all of this is going to be difficult. So challenge number 6 is to read a book that you really want to read, and honestly pretty much all of the books that I've already mentioned would fit under this category, or else I wouldn't choose them to read during a readathon, but there is one book that I've been saying that I really want to read ever since it came out earlier this year. And I keep mentioning that I'm gonna read it, and then I keep not reading it. And that is A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. It's going to happen during the BookTube-A-Thon. I really want to read this. It's going to happen. Like, it's officially going to happen. I've just heard so many great things from so many reviewers that I trust, and I just need to finally read it. I think I said that in my July TBR, and I still haven't read it. So yeah, it needs to happen. I need to just sit down and absorb the story, like maybe just like put it up to my head and absorb it through my skin. But yeah, I need to read this. And finally, challenge number 7 is the standard BookTube-A-Thon challenge of reading 7 books in the week of BookTube-A-Thon. And obviously I have just mentioned 6 books, so I need 1 more book. And the book that I've decided to add to my TBR to make 7 books is Vicious by V.E. Schwab. This is one of those books that I've heard so many great things about, and so I bought it and I'm really interested by it, but for some reason I never have that urge like I need to read this book now, like this is the coolest thing ever, I must read this. And I just keep putting it off, and I feel like, especially after reading A Darker Shade of Magic, I'm going to really want to dive into Vicious. And my foot is asleep right now. Oh my goodness. You have no idea how hard it was to get through that statement while my foot was on pins and needles, and it's starting again, and it's so annoying. I hate this so much. Anyway, yeah, I've just been putting it off, and I just really need to get to it, and it does really intrigue me, so I think I'm finally going to read it during the 2015 BookTube-A-Thon. And yes, I will be attempting the video challenges, at least I will start the week by doing so. My main goal is reading, so if I do discover that the challenges are kind of inhibiting my ability to actually get a ton of reading done, I will decide to stop doing the daily updates. So these are the books plus Daughter Smoke and Bone and Vicious that I will be attempting to complete during the 2015 BookTube-A-Thon, which I'm so excited about. It's a pretty ambitious TBR, but I think that I can do it because I'm going to set my mind to it. And I will be getting my July wrap-up / August TBR video up probably this weekend, but this will be the last video that you will see from this location with this background, because this weekend is moving weekend, and so hopefully next time you see me, I will not be filming here, I will be filming in my new apartment. And I'm considering filming the moving process a little bit, not, completely, but yeah, that might happen. There might be a moving vlog, don't know 100% for sure though. So that is all for my video today on my BookTube-A-Thon TBR. Let me know down in the comments if you're participating and what books you're most excited to read during the BookTube-A-Thon. I just cannot wait. I can't wait to get this week of voracious reading underway. It's just gonna be so awesome. So yeah, so excited for the BookTube-A-Thon. As always, I will leave links down in the description to my blog, Twitter, and Goodreads. Please add me as a friend on Goodreads. I would love to be friends with all of you. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!